Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana, and joining me is Matt. We're covering a wide range of stories today, from politics to economy, sports, entertainment, and more.
That's right, Dana. We've got a packed show for you. Let's start with the politics section.
E. Jean Carroll has asked a judge to require Donald Trump to pay her $5 million from a jury verdict that found Trump sexually abused her in the 1990s and defamed her after she publicly described the attack in 2019.
So the jury verdict was for $5 million, but she's now asking for $5.8 million. What's the reason for the additional amount?
The reporting suggests that the additional amount is likely due to accrued interest or possibly additional damages. The exact breakdown isn't specified, but it's clear that the total amount has increased since the initial verdict.
I see. And this comes after the High Court's appeal failed. Does that mean the decision is now final?
The High Court's decision not to intervene effectively upholds the lower court's ruling. However, it's still possible that Trump's legal team could pursue further appeals, although the immediate next step is for the judge to consider Carroll's request for the payment.
Okay, got it. So what's the potential timeline for Trump to pay this amount, assuming the judge rules in Carroll's favor?
The article doesn't provide a specific timeline, but typically, once a judge orders payment, there's a period allowed for the defendant to comply. If Trump doesn't pay voluntarily, further legal action could be taken to enforce the judgment.
That makes sense. Moving on to the next story.
Melet Quiros, a Democratic socialist, has defeated 15-term Democrat Rep. Diana DeGette in Colorado's 1st Congressional District primary. This victory is seen as a significant shift in party dynamics, favoring the insurgent left.
That's a big upset. What are the implications of Quiros' victory for the general election?
Quiros' win means she'll be the Democratic nominee for the congressional seat. Given the district's Democratic lean, she's likely to win the general election, potentially bringing a more progressive voice to Congress.
So this could be a sign of broader trends within the Democratic Party. Do we know what factors contributed to DeGette's loss?
The reporting indicates that Quiros ran a strong grassroots campaign, emphasizing progressive policies that resonated with primary voters. DeGette, having held the seat for a long time, might have become less connected to the current progressive sentiments within the party.
Interesting. Okay, let's move to another political story.
President Trump is visiting the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota's Badlands. The $450 million library project explores Roosevelt's life and conservation values.
That's a significant investment in a library. What are the main themes or exhibits that the library will feature?
The library is designed to highlight Roosevelt's experiences in the Badlands and how they shaped his conservation policies. It will likely include exhibits on his ranching days, hunting experiences, and his contributions to national parks and wildlife conservation.
So this visit could be seen as a political stop for Trump. Do we know what kind of events or announcements are planned?
The reporting doesn't specifically particular events or announcements, but given the library's significance and Trump's interest in Roosevelt's legacy, it's likely to be a substantive stop.
That actually ties into the next story.
Former CIA Director John Brennan has sued the Trump administration, demanding that officials preserve records from investigations targeting him. Brennan argues these records are essential for his potential defense against vindictive prosecution.
So Brennan is anticipating a possible indictment and wants to ensure he has access to all relevant records. How does this lawsuit relate to Trump's visit to the Roosevelt Library?
While the two stories aren't directly related, they both reflect the ongoing legal and political tensions involving the Trump administration. Brennan's lawsuit highlights the continued fallout from Trump's presidency.
That makes sense. Let's move to another category.
Trump flew on the Qatar-gifted Air Force One for the first time. The $400 million plane required upgrades to meet security standards.
The gift from Qatar raised ethical concerns. How did Trump address these concerns during his first flight?
Trump thanked Qatar for the gift, emphasizing the need for a new plane to replace the 35-year-old aircraft previously used. He framed it as a necessary replacement rather than addressing potential ethical issues directly.
Okay, let's shift to the economy section.
Commercial LPG cylinder prices have been cut by Rs. 183.50 effective July 1. This reduction is seen as relief for businesses, particularly those in the hospitality and food vendor sectors.
That's a significant cut. What prompted this price reduction?
The easing of tensions in West Asia led to a decrease in global oil prices, which in turn allowed for the reduction in LPG prices.
So this is a direct benefit to consumers and businesses. Let's look at another economy story.
Nayara Energy, India's largest private fuel retailer, cut petrol prices by 5 rupees per liter and diesel by 3 rupees a liter. This is the first reduction by any company in over 2 years, following the stabilization of global oil prices.
That's a welcome relief for consumers. Do we know if other fuel retailers are likely to follow Nayara Energy's lead?
State-owned retailers like IOC, BPCL, and HPCL have kept their prices unchanged so far. It remains to be seen if they will follow Nayara's move as the global oil market continues to stabilize.
Okay, let's move to another economy story.
Meta Platforms is exploring a move into the cloud computing business to lease out its surplus AI computing power. This could reduce Meta's dependence on advertising revenue.
That's a significant strategic shift. How does this potential new business align with Meta's existing operations?
By leveraging its excess AI capacity, Meta can diversify its revenue streams and compete with tech giants like Amazon and Microsoft in the cloud computing space.
Let's look at another tech story.
Microsoft is planning another round of layoffs, potentially affecting less than 2.5% of its workforce. This comes as the company continues to invest heavily in AI infrastructure.
So the layoffs are part of a restructuring effort. Which areas of Microsoft's business are likely to be affected?
The reporting suggests that sales, consulting, and the Xbox gaming division could be impacted. The layoffs seem to be a strategic realignment as Microsoft focuses on AI investments.
Let's move to the sports section.
The brother of NFL star Calais Campbell has been charged with murdering their mother, who was found dead in her Atlanta home.
That's a tragic story. What are the details surrounding the mother's death and the brother's arrest?
The mother was found dead during a welfare check, and Calais' brother was subsequently charged with murder. The exact circumstances of the death are still under investigation.
Okay, let's look at another sports story.
3 people died during World Cup celebrations in Mexico City after Mexico's 2-0 win over Ecuador. The deaths were due to asphyxiation in the crowded streets.
Tragic. How did the authorities respond to the situation?
The health secretary reported the deaths, and authorities likely took measures to manage the large crowds and prevent further incidents.
Okay, let's look at another sports story.
Harry Kane scored 2 second-half goals, helping England come back from behind to beat Congo 2-1 and secure a spot in the round of 16.
That's a dramatic turnaround. What was the significance of Kane's goals in the context of the match?
Kane's goals were crucial as they turned the match around for England, overcoming Congo's early lead and securing a fighting win.
Okay, let's look at another World Cup story.
France beat Sweden 3-0, with Kylian Mbappe scoring twice. This victory advanced France to the last 16, where they'll face Paraguay.
Mbappe is having a strong tournament. What are the implications of France's win for their chances in the knockout stages?
France's convincing win demonstrates their strength, and with Mbappe's performance, they're likely to be strong contenders in the knockout stages.
Let's move to the entertainment section.
Victor Willis, the lead singer of Village People, has died at 74. He's known for hits like YMCA and Macho Man.
YMCA is an iconic song, often played at events, including Trump's rallies. What impact did Willis have on the disco era?
Willis was a key figure in Village People's success, and his songs became cultural staples. His legacy extends beyond the music to the cultural impact of the group's performances and image.
Let's look at another entertainment story.
There's been speculation about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding, with reports confirming they will wed at Madison Square Garden on Friday.
That's a high-profile wedding. What do we know about the security plans and guest list?
According to a law enforcement official, security plans are in place, but specific details about the guest list haven't been disclosed.
Let's look at another entertainment story.
Danny Glover, known for Lethal Weapon, has revealed he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. He's been living with it for several years.
That's a significant personal revelation. How has Glover's diagnosis affected his public life and career?
Glover has been open about his condition, using the platform to raise awareness. His diagnosis has likely impacted his speech, movement, and memories, as he mentioned.
Let's look at another entertainment story.
Canada is set to compete in the Eurovision Song Contest for the first time in 2027, marking a significant expansion of the contest.
That's a big change for Eurovision. What are the implications of Canada's participation for the contest's future?
Canada's inclusion brings a new perspective and potentially more diversity to the contest. It's the first new country to join since Australia in 2015.
Let's look at another news section.
A 31-year-old woman, Brittany Clark, was killed in an alligator attack in Florida's Eco-Lock-Hatchie River. This is a rare but tragic incident.
Alligator attacks are relatively rare. What are the circumstances surrounding this attack?
Clark was swimming with friends when the attack occurred. The incident is still under investigation, but it's a reminder of the risks associated with wildlife encounters.
Okay, let's look at another story.
Authorities rescued 16 children from a dilapidated Ohio home, describing the conditions as deplorable. 4 adults have been arrested.
That's horrific. What were the conditions like inside the home?
The children were living in a small, run-down house with limited space and were reportedly confined to one room for much of the past 4 years.
Okay, let's move to another story.
A fire in an Antwerp apartment block killed several people, with dramatic footage showing residents escaping through neighboring balconies.
Fires in residential buildings are always dangerous. Do we know the cause of the Antwerp fire?
The reporting mentions a technical failure on the ground floor as a potential cause, but the exact details are still under investigation.
Let's look at another story.
The family of a 3-year-old boy injured in a crocodile enclosure incident at a zoo near Huntington thanked the staff who rescued him.
That's a harrowing incident. What is the boy's current condition?
The boy remains in the hospital in a stable condition and faces a long road to recovery.
Okay, let's move to the final story.
BBC News airs on BBC News HD at various times, including 9 a.m. on Wednesday.